think that the Toastmaster will not do anything for them. Or maybe there I have gone this would happen to me personally.
Yes.
I was asking one of my friends that, you know, I do believe that this is something very important. Why don't you join Toastmasters? And then I start to explain to him about the whole process about Toastmasters. And then you know what he says to me? He says to me, I don't need that. I says to him, why? It is something very essential. He says, I'm not a marketer. I'm not a sales. I don't need this. It's people still lack of believing that the powers that we gain in Toastmasters.
Yes, I fully agree with you, TM Muhammad Neama. There are some people that they don't have the patience, they don't have the passion to learn. Evolving, if somebody wanted to evolve, he wanted to advance himself, there is nothing, no obstacle should be on his path. He has to overcome all the obstacles, all the terrains to overcome and to reach the goals. And these goals, you might not see them. Let me give you an example.
Sure.
One of the member, believe it or not, he was working in one of the very famous company. I will not mention his name or the company.
Sure.
Very popular in Bahrain. And he was suddenly, because of the other person being left Bahrain, a senior staff, he was promoted to his position.
Okay.
Because he was an old, but he didn't have, the skills, when they gave him the position, because he was working for a pretty long time within that company. And they thought that this guy is qualified. But when he went over there, they told them, listen, you are right now going to occupy and you will have this period of time to, you have to give us a presentation about such topic and subject, and within a period of a time, short period of a time. Here where the problem happened with him, he became aware of, my God, I didn't learn this. I don't know how to make a presentation. I've never stand in front of foreigners or seniors like American, European, other high classes, and deliver a presentation confidently.
Yeah.
This is because why? Because he came to a stage that he asked himself, I know everything. I don't need, why? Because I know how to communicate a little bit and how to manage my life a little bit. And he didn't think that he will come to this position, and he was not prepared for it.
Okay.
Because of that, he came and he joined Toastmasters within a short period of time, only for a purpose, and then he left Toastmasters, but he was not able to be promoted because, yes, he was able to manage for some times, but he didn't continue. Therefore, he missed the opportunity that was given to him.
Due to his bad public speaking or leadership.
Because public speaking is not moving alone, and this is what most of the people they misunderstand.
Yeah.
In order to be a good leader, you have to be a good public speaker. They work parallel. They work together.
Right.
You cannot separate public speaking from leadership. In order to be a master of public speaking, master of communication, you have to be a master of a leader. You have to lead, with mastery, not with the shaking or hesitation.
Exactly.
Then everybody will lose confidence in you.
Exactly. And having said that as well, I would like to add that in Toastmasters, we not learning leadership by reading the materials or some prepared speech about leadership. We practice leadership. And so as much as we practice, we build on leadership. And so building that leadership is the way that we do in order to enhance. And that's what's reflecting in our lives. And that's the question I would like you to emphasize on this.
Absolutely, what you said 100% is true. And that's what I said. The Toastmasters, it's like your mother kitchen. It's Toastmasters providing you the platform, not only to learn, but to act. and not only to act, to perform in front of audience. You know, I talk about myself. Before, I was not able to stand in front of 10 people, especially. I'm a businessman at the same time.
Correct.
And the same question that you ask, why I need Toastmaster? What for I need Toastmaster?
Exactly.
I have already my own business. I'm, you know, I have 3 companies, by the way.
I don't have.
I have staff working for me, and I don't need, you know, Toastmaster. What Toastmaster will add to me? And more money? But I found that, believe it or not, you know, it's like your computer, your telephone. Imagine your telephone. Every day there is a new update software for it. If you don't update it, it will become obsolete.
Yeah. Yes.
Your computer, every now and then there is an update for it. Imagine,
Yeah.
What about your computer, which is here? You think if you know one word 10 years back, this will stay in your mind, in your brain? If you don't practice even your language,
Exactly.
even your language in Arabic, if you go and stay in another country for a short period of time, if you don't communicate with some people which is speaking the same language, you will miss a lot of characters, a lot of words, and you will not be able to
100%.
pronounce them properly. English also the same. Unless otherwise, you build up your self-confidence. And the self-confidence, by the way, I tell you, take it from me. No institute, no university. I guarantee you 100%. I visited university. I have visited a lot of institute, and they spend money on and on, but they will never ever build up their self-confidence.
Exactly. So you truly believe that the self-confidence and leadership and public speaking are what I have concluded from your speech right now, that those 3 things that really impacted your life after
Of course.
joining Toastmasters.
That's what I found. I have to upgrade and update my computer, which is here.
Right.
Without updating this, even there are some students I know, believe it or not, they knew a little bit. They learned it from the university. Now they've been sitting at home for the last of 1 year, 2 years without work. Why? Because they don't have the skills. They don't get the job. So why you go to pay maximum to get minimum? You can pay minimum, get maximum from the Toastmasters.
And plus enjoyment.
Plus enjoyment. One of the things that you mentioned, one of the Toastmaster concept.
Right.
The best moment of learning is the moment of enjoyment.
Exactly.
This is one of the rules and concept of the Toastmaster. Is the best moment of learning, the moment of enjoyment. And that's what you said.
100%.
Yes.
100%. I personally have this. Because when I grasp new things, I realized this because after the meetings, I have this feeling, and as soon as the meeting's done, I will still remember small things. Just like I remember the way you welcome me, the way you take me and speak to me about Toastmasters, and the same message you spread it to me. And I was like, at the beginning, to be honest, I thought like, you know, I didn't really believe what you said to 100%, to be honest, because I was like, nah, it wouldn't be that much. But reality, I 100% agree with you. And I, just like what you wished for, I think that I wish if I have the ability to bring back that time, and I will join Toastmasters since I am very, very young. Because what Toastmasters made me today is something that I would never imagine I can get it within this price and within this time. And 4 hours per month, some people will think that there will not a lot of improvement in this 4 hours. Like they'll say, okay, I do like the program, but how can I learn or improve myself within 4 hours per month? The silly thing. And even though I explain to them and I show them approve and I literally say to them about myself even, they say they're still hesitating or still afraid of, they say like, maybe we don't need public speaking skills, maybe we don't need leadership. This is like every time there's different scenarios, different people obviously, but there's the normal people will say to me always and always different things, but most of them they will say, for example, I don't need public speaking. One time I told one of my friends, don't you feel that you need? And he says to me the same thing, and I was like to him, you know what, You're actually correct. But you think about something. Don't you find a moment where you would be talking to your top management or top manager or whatsoever? He come to visit your department, and in that specific tiny little 15 seconds, you have to come up with very creative answering or a way to ice break and start the conversation. Don't you at some stage need this? And he was like, yes. And I said to him, what is the thing at that specific moment will come to your mind? He said, like, you know what, I will just try to come up with something. I told him what I have said. I told him, you know what, this thing, the thinking thing, this small tiny seconds is where you would ask your unconscious mind to come up with something to your conscious mind so that you say it. And in Toastmasters, we develop the unconscious mind and we practice the unconscious mind so that in the real time you can rely on your conscious mind due to your practice in Toastmasters, those 4 hours for the unconscious mind. That small moment that it might happen once in a year, twice a year, we develop it during our time in Toastmasters. And during that time, we don't have to think because our unconscious mind is already prepared and practiced for this.
That's right. You know, as you said, there are many people unaware, and that is the objective of this conversation that we are having, to make them aware of the Toastmaster, to make them aware of the benefit of the Toastmaster for themselves. And we are here not to educate them, but to ask them one question. You have spent 12 years in high school, secondary. You have spent another 5 years in the university. Mm-hmm. Can you talk fluently? No. Can you practice or leadership? No. Do you have any skills? No. So where you can learn those skills? We are showing them the way. Believe it or not, I'm burning from my inside. When I'm talking, as I told you, when I saw you came in that you are missing one of the best opportunity in life. When I came and trying to, nobody is forcing me. Nobody is giving me any money. Nobody is trying to, giving me millions, your father or your mother or whoever to upgrade you. I have nothing. Let it be as you are and stay dumb as you want it. What's my concern? Yeah. But because I know this is a golden opportunity, especially for young generations. Yes. I wish that at my time in the 20s or while I was in the university, somebody have taken and showed me the benefit of Toastmasters. Like somebody like me that could have guided and directed others. Right. And by the way, as I told you, Dr. Rafsi Smedley is not giving me anything. Toastmaster International is not giving me anything for that. I am doing it voluntarily. Even this program right now, I am doing it voluntarily. I'm not here to market or promote or the Toastmasters. I do it because I know the benefit of the Toastmasters, the benefit that I've gained from the Toastmasters. That upgraded me, that enhanced my powers. I wanted the Toastmasters to enhance you. You have spent it now 17 years between the high school and university, and you cannot speak a fluent English.
5 minutes.
Give yourself a chance for 1 year and see the difference.
Of course.
Give yourself, you spend it 17 years, you cannot stand and give a speech for 5 minutes or 3 minutes. I challenge you. Anybody of you can stand and deliver a speech about any topic for 3-5 minutes. I challenge you. You will not be able a proper speech, starting with the topic, body, and conclusion with a message, powerful message. I challenge you, any one of you. But this is only Toastmaster will create you, will construct you into Toastmasters. Take it from me. Believe it or not, I'm burning from inside when I'm talking. because I want you to benefit from this program. I benefited. And we are not gaining anything from it. Not gaining in a way of financial side of it. We are gaining for minimum, we are getting maximum. And that is what I want you to gain in the future. If you listen, if you don't listen, and you're surrounded with negative people, I cannot do with you. A lot of negative people that are around. But in the Toastmasters, they are all positive people, by the way. No negative people. You will see them smiling, the smile on their lips, face and eyes. You will see the energy. You will see the synergy. You will see there is a teamwork. All in the Toastmasters.
And don't forget, DTM, the mixture of the people. In Toastmaster, we have engineers, doctors, managers,
surgeons. It's all
teachers.
You learn from their experiences.
And it's also a good way for communication, for to have connect with people.
That's right.
It's a very good way to connect with people.
A lot of students graduated from university. Now we have it with like Bahrain Society of Engineers. They became a senior and they are working right now. And they have joined because Bahrain Society of Engineers, there is a club. They have their own club. And they are selecting as master of ceremony for their, the programs which has been conducted by Bahrain Society of Engineers. And young generations, they supposed to spread the words of Toastmasters among the university people, because believe it or not, most of the university people, students, they don't know, they are unaware, and there are many girls, young generations, they are members, registered members in the Bahrain Society of Engineers.
Right, and by the way, there in Toastmasters there is lots of corporate clubs, by the way, as well. There's people that saying that, oh, nobody cares about Toastmasters. Well, huge companies in Bahrain, believe it or not, I was amazed by that, to be honest. Because how the story is, I'll just shout out this story, that when I came back from UK, I told my father I would like to join Toastmasters, and straight ahead, he was supported me. I have no idea. I was like, do you know what's Toastmaster? He said, like, of course I know it's Toastmaster. And I was amazed when he says to me that. So what I did, I told my dad, okay, I'll just go to register. Then he says to me, where are you going to register? I said, I heard about a club called Friends Club Toastmasters, and I would like to, give it a go, and let's see how it goes there. He said, okay, go ahead. He never told me what is the story behind it. And then later on, I realized that the biggest companies in Bahrain, like oil and industry company such as Benagas, such as Babco, such as GBIC, I believe, and a lot of huge firms in Bahrain, they have corporate club to teach their managers how to be real leaders. Can you believe that? I was in shock, like, for real? I have no idea that the Toastmaster has this strong backup from huge companies, and still the people think that Toastmaster is not suitable for them.
I fully agree with you. I wish that your father was here with us to watch you and see you and see the difference. You might have, yes, graduated from London, UK, and you came with a degree, but I can guarantee you the time that you came and in the club and I saw you, there is a much different. He will be proud of you, that why all this long time you never joined Toastmasters.
Or he didn't allow me to go.
You had the passion, you had the skills, but it was hidden. As I said, yes, that's what I said. Every one of you, as a student, you have an inner power. But inner power, this needed to be somebody to discover it, to enhance it, to tell you these are your positive side.
100%.
Work on it, and you will be genius. You will be a public speaker. You might be an actor. You might be a singer. You might be a performer. You can do whatever you wanted to do once you know what are your passion and your inner powers. And these are only discovered by conducting or participating in the Toastmasters. You can participate as a guest 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and you will see. You don't have to be a member if you are afraid. Why you are afraid? If you are afraid, you will say always behind. Always, when the trend, the opportunity come, take it, go with it, and take the adventure. Because the adventure, you know the end of it. It is only for your benefit, not to distract you, but to build you. That is the most important, because the Toastmaster destinations is positive, always positive energy. There is no negativity in it. When the opportunity come for you as a student or as a graduated, take it, because it's all to build up your self-confidence and your ability.
Exactly, and the people can join as a guest for as much as you
go
you
all
do.
the clubs, 1 club, 2 club, whatever you feel. By the way,
Yes, and that's a good idea as well.
Yes, by the way, the Toastmaster in Bahrain established in 1964.
1964.
And the first club, it was Manama club in Bahrain.
Did you say 1964? Is
1964.
the date, if I'm not mistaken, is the year of my father's birth?
Yes. And now we have almost 76 club in Bahrain.
Wow, 76.
76.
And some of them
From
are
different
corporate clubs as well.
nationalities, different experienced people, from managers, big company money. By the way, we have a club in Bani Gas, okay?
Yes, we
have a club in Babco,
Yes.
okay? By the way, some of these clubs, every stage you are upgraded, you pass, they give you 50 dinar bonus. And
The people doesn't know for that
Yes.
for sure. Maybe the people are still working in those firms
50
and have no
dinar
idea.
bonus, not
Oh,
only
right.
bonus, you will be promoted. If you are at a lower, if you show up yourself, your talent, you will promoted to a higher position. These companies, they are getting right now their leaders through the clubs. And even this club right now has been one of the lottery clubs in Bahrain. They also, most of the company, and right now even the government, they are employing an Arabic, of course, to build up the leadership of, especially right now with the Zoom and with virtual meetings. A lot, the Toastmasters becoming very popular, and this is an opportunity. If you don't grasp it, you will be backside. You want to stay at the back, stay up to you. But the train is moving ahead.
Yes.
The technology is moving. If you don't move with the technology, it's like the wave of the sea. The wave of the sea never goes backward. It always goes front. So you have to move with it. Otherwise, you will be backdated. Like the computers. Imagine just 2 years back, we were talking about black and white TVs.
Right.
Later on, we talk about color TVs. Now we talk about high definition TV. Now we talk about now we talk about LED. And now the crystal TV, it's on the way. So you have to move with the technology. This is, exactly with the telephones. A few years back, I used to have, by the way, my number 394624663, something like 30-40 years back.
Oh.
The time I was carrying a big bag with me with the telephone, and I bought it for 3,600 dinar.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's back then. It was a
Back
huge amount.
with the same number that I'm having it right now, by the way. Imagine. They compensate us for only 100 BD Alcatel telephone, Batilco. And now we talk about 5G telephones within short period of time after that time.
Yeah.
Imagine your telephone now, if you have Samsung, or 3, 4, 5, it all became obsolete. The 4G within the next 1-2 years become obsolete.
Yeah.
No program even for it. Now the word of the 5Gs. So you have to move exactly like these telephones. Otherwise, you will be obsolete like the telephone and the computers.
Right, 100%.
But this is what I wanted to tell you. Either you want to move, or you have to be obsolete like those machines. They will take you to Africa instead. Right? They will sell you in Africa. Then you will say, nobody had told me. Now we are telling you.
Right.
The benefit of the Toastmaster, free of charge. You have to improve yourself, and we will show you the will and how to improve yourself, and you will. By the way, I want to bring just a story about
Go ahead.
the Toastmaster. There was one person who was writing 14 books.
Okay.
14 books, and he is living abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And he attended the Toastmasters. It was new for him. He attended the Toastmasters. When he introduced himself, everybody said, he's a genius. We wanted to learn from this person.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot teach him. He has to teach us. He has to tell us. He has to give us. You know, we requested him, you have written 14 books. Please, just tell
14
us.
books.
14 books. Yes.
So he's a magnificent writer.
He's supposed to be.
Okay. Okay.
So we asked him, since he is genius, let us ask
Learn
him.
from him.
Learn from him, from his experience. So we asked him, please give us
Exactly.
a message, abbreviated message.
Okay.
From one of your books, at least this message will empower us. Believe it or not, that was the hardest time. Why? Because he was not unprepared for it.
Okay.
Somebody who has written 14 books, he shouldn't hesitate.
Hesitate in any
He
second.
should not, fear
Exactly.
overtake him.
Yeah.
But he was hesitated, and then we clapped for him, encouraged him, so he could not. He stand. He came to talk and emphasize and express about one of his books and his messages. The wording, it was not in a proper, way. But of course, we cannot tell anything. Anyway, he talked for a few minutes, and of course, again, we clapped for him, and he sat down. He knew. You see, when you are becoming, as I said, if you don't evolve, you don't want to improve yourself, nobody can, you have to move from your comfort zone.
Exactly. Yes.
In order to learn.
Yes.
So later on, he knew that I am a senior in the Toastmaster. And of course, this guy, as a high rank, will not accept somebody young will come and...
Of course, yeah. Due to the...
Of course. He feel himself as a senior. He knows everything. And yes, somebody who is writing 14 books, he is a genius. So these people also, I cannot also evaluate him in front of everybody, because it will be embarrassing.
Embarrassment, exactly, yeah.
So, and also I wouldn't ask anything unless he will ask.
Of course.
So he asked, who is the senior? They told him, Mr. Alwardi, he can. So he catch me because he saw my performance, everything. So he asked me, Mr. Alwardi, I want to ask you something. I didn't want to ask in front of everybody, but I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
I have written 14 books, but when I come to talk, I told them, you wouldn't take it as offensive. I will tell you. He said, no, Wardi, you tell me. Take your time, and I want to know. Mm-hmm. I was embarrassed, I felt. Because while I was talking, I felt my words were not incorrect and in sequence with, the things that I told them, my friend, yes, you are a genius. You are somebody who is knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were writing your books, which power you were using? He said, I am using the power of the brain, and I was transferring it into the book, writing on a piece of papers and transferring it into the book. I said, here is the point. He said, what? I said, because you transferred the knowledge from your thinking power, from the power of the brain into the book, but not through the tongue.
Wow. I'm amazed.
You were not.
Exactly.
That's why this tongue became jam. It was not
It's like
working
from
in
his
sequence
brain to his
to his
hands.
hand.
Wow.
His brain is working, his vision is working, his hand is working, his body language is working, but his tongue was stacked, was paralyzed, because as I told you. So this is the duty of the Toastmasters, to make all your physical powers to work together, as I'm doing right now. Not only the power of thinking, the power of vision, the power of talking, and the power of facial expression, and your movement of the hands, movement of the legs, all taken into consideration while you are talking. That's how will give the most impression in your speech. If you want to impress the others, you have to show, you have to perform. There are many singers.
Yes.
Why the singer become better than the others?
The other one. Yes.
Because you will look at the performance. That singer might his voice be better, but this singer's performer is better than the others.
Yeah.
That's why you like him.
Yeah.
He might
100%.
jump, he might do this, might do that. Michael Jackson, what made him so famous?
That thing.
His performance.
Yeah.
He didn't copy the others. He
Exactly,
became
yeah.
something unique, something special to him, something related to him. That is called creativity.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is, so I want to tell our audience, the Toastmasters is not about improving your skill of communication.
Only.
Not about improving your skill of leadership.
Only.
No, it's improvement. It's designing you to become a creative,
Exactly. 100%.
building up your self-confidence.
Exactly. Wise.
I told you about myself. I was fearing to talk in front of 5 or 6 people. Now I can talk even in front of 1,000 people continuously,
No
without
doubts.
hesitation.
I have no doubts.
I tell you, but with the same passion and with the same love.
Exactly. 100%.
So that's why I don't want you to miss this opportunity.
You shouldn't. I'm saying you shouldn't.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
I am burning from inside when I see my children, my beloved, audience, my beloved whoever watching,
Yes.
to miss the Toastmaster opportunity.
Yes.
I'm not making, by the way, a promotion for the Toastmasters, but this is a opportunity provided for us. You pay minimum, make maximum. Don't go and here and there and pay maximum, and you will be the same backdated person.
Exactly.
Let me continue with, after the table topics, we will come to the last session.
Yes.
The last session of the meeting, somebody who is expert.
Okay.
Somebody like me as a general evaluator, I will evaluate the entire meeting from the beginning and until the end, and all the activities which are taking place in that meeting, and I will go through reporting.
Exactly.
Reporting of course, call the evaluators, and encouraging the speakers, encouraging the evaluators, and of course not encouraging, we empower them, we motivate them, and as well as thanking the functionaries, thanking all the teams who participated
involved.
and taken the roles in the meeting. Why? Because once you encourage everybody, he will take next time, he will go to take, he will take the chance, and he will take the opportunity, and he will be ready to take further. But if I go and discourage him, no, you didn't do this role very well. No, we don't have this in Toastmasters.
Yeah.
We don't have this something called, if anybody will tell you that, you tell me, I will kill him. Believe it or not. We don't have in Toastmasters such a thing. We always empower the others. We motivate the others. We elevate the others in order that they continue their journey. Because it's a journey. It's not 1 year. As I told you, Toastmasters is like addiction.
Exactly.
And by the way,
you started in 1 club and you are in 4 clubs. You
now
are active in 4 clubs.
Tonight, before I come, another 5 clubs, they wanted to join me to join their clubs, and I accepted. I'm joining the
Oh.
5th club right now, maybe more than that. Why? Because the more you join, the more you give. By the way, the more you take. Exactly like, I want to tell these young
Sure,
generations, this is exactly when Toastmasters is exactly when you are planting a seed in the ground.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't you expect between day and night you have
will-
spent it, you will get the fruit, mango, you will
Yeah.
get the fruit. Wait, when you plant a seed into the ground on your house, imagine when you get a tomato, you will become very proud. A tomato in your house,
Yes.
a mango in your house. But what you have to do when you plant the seed, what you have to do, you have to make sure the sand,
Yes.
okay, the right way of sanding and giving the right mud. And not only that, you have to give water day by day. Look after that
Exactly.
until this will
grows.
grow and will give you the fruits. Imagine how long will it take from you.
Of course, it will take a long time.
So that's why I said, if it takes from you 1 year, 2 years, you give yourself a chance.
Exactly.
1 year, 2 years, then judge. Don't from one meeting, two meeting, you judge on Toastmasters.
Or perhaps not even a meetings. They judge on it purely just because they understood it in their way.
No.
They are the masters of understanding.
That's what I said. You spend it 15 years, 12 years in the high school, 5 years in the university, and you cannot talk for 5 minutes standing in front of the people. So where's the use of it? What's the use of
confidence.
learning? What's the use of whatever you had? By the way,
maybe in terms of knowledge they have, but in terms of confidence or in terms of leadership.
that's what we want. I wanted to say that Dr. Rafsi Smedley, he discovered
This in his vision.
this in his visions from the YMCA student, exactly university at that time, 1924. And he was able to construct and create these courses of Toastmasters
brilliant.
that will, improve their skills of communications and leadership and become creativity and become creative in their life. And by the way, not only your relation, not only the one who is love, his relation with his lover will become more stronger. This is another advantage. If you are married, then you will know, okay, how to deal with your wife. Okay, whenever she is angry, you have to prepare a bucket of water to distinguish the fire, and you will smile instead of fighting. Believe it or not, you will have an open heart. You will know what is the problem, and you will try to distinguish the fires between your fiancé, between your wife, and your relation with your friend will be changed. The concept of you as a person affect of the Toastmasters not only on your knowledge but on your personal life.
100%. That's 100%.
And I believe that you have discovered your relation with your parents, with your brother, with your sister. Now it's totally different.
Of course.
Okay, imagine after maybe 1 year of time. So that's why I'm telling you.
And that's what happened to me personally.
Yes.
Like what I didn't expect, the
changes
that really happens to me.
so rapid.
Even now, even the whole idea of this podcast
Yes,
is through public speaking.
that's right.
I have no clue about it. I just feel like, what you said there's a hidden thing, right?
Yes,
I had this hidden thing, and then I had hunger to start something. I was like, okay, I found out the inner voice that I am good at this. I with, of course, your help and with the others' help of other Toastmasters and other clubs that I was participating in, I find out the inner voice on me. And then I find out I have a hunger. And what is the best place to, to keep that hunger, to satisfy or crave that hunger, is to start my podcast. Now, I am so I really appreciate your time, your efforts, and your words, your wise words. Now, before we end this podcast, would you like to say a final word or final remarks to the people?
my final words to our beloved audience, ladies and gentlemen, I say it from heart, believe it or not. without, as you can see, I don't have anything written in front of me.
While you don't have nothing.
This is coming out of my heart, direct, I hope, to some of you who are listening about this broadcast. And the evidence in front of you, TM Muhammad Neama. He has been constructed and changed and admitted the change. The impact on me, it is profound, to be frank with you. That's why I have been addicted to the Toastmasters, like others. There is no limit for the age. We have people of 60 years, 70 years, 80 years in the Toastmasters, practicing Toastmasters. As I told you, the word of the Toast. By the way, if you have the certificate from Toastmasters, it is higher level than the TOEFL. You don't need. If anywhere you go, I've been to several countries. I've joined Toastmasters. Once they know that you are a Toastmasters or a DTM, they welcome you. It's like you have a passport because we have a common language.
Yeah, but by the way, we had forgotten something very important, that the clubs are everywhere in the world.
Yes.
And that's crazy.
Yes.
Imagine you are traveling to Thailand, or maybe you are in New York or in UK or Spain, or let's say about the English speakers, because obviously there's different clubs in different language, but it's available everywhere.
Yes. Last year I was in Thailand and I delivered a speech in one of the 5-star hotel. You know, the club is inside 5-star hotel, by the way.
So you decided to join that?
I called them and they welcomed me.
Wow.
When they know that I'm from Bahrain, and as a DTM, they said they requested me to deliver a speech. Spontaneously, I delivered the speech on the spot.
Wow.
Without any hesitation, and they were clapping and they were very amazed and happy about such
cultural intelligence,
of course.
This guy from
So
the Arab
that's why
world. And
once, the most important, the Toastmasters will build in you is your self-confidence.
Yeah.
Your self-confidence, no university, no institute, nowhere will be building it up for you. Take it from me. I'm 100%. A businessman. I'm happy about the Toastmaster and will continue the Toastmasters up until the life. I don't want you to miss this opportunity. If I have been changed and benefited, I want you to also not to miss this opportunity. To take this train, go with the train, and you will see the skills. You have given yourself right now 17 years of your life for university. It is not wasted. Everything is inside you. It is inner powers. Toastmasters will show you the way how to make use of these inner powers. Bring it out and improve your skills, and you will see the difference. Give yourself chance 1 year and join the Toastmasters. You will not lose. 1 year, it will cost you, as I said, $45 times 2 times.
$90.
$90.
Even below $100.
Any course you will go in one of the institute, how much it will cost you?
Minimum 300 BD. It's like, I don't know, $600,
for one course, for 3 months.
Maybe for 1 month.
For
200 BD.
But we talk about 1 year course will cost you, and you will get an international certificate. You will be recognized worldwide, and you will receive certificate. By the way, Toastmasters is not a local organization. As we said, it is an international organization. Yes. The head of it in USA, Santa Ana, California. That is the head office and all our certificate. It's coming from there, and you will be registered and will be known worldwide within all the clubs and not within the clubs. Wherever you go and apply, you will say, I am a Toastmasters. You will be looked in different way. You will be looked in somebody senior, somebody who is high skilled. Okay. Exactly like when I went to Thailand and other places. So I want you also to benefit from these courses and benefit from the Toastmasters. And I wish you all the best. And as I said, TM Muhammad Neama is there.
Finally,
and I'm here also at your service. I'm ready to serve you and will be your servant okay, to guide and direct you and put you in the right position. Any clubs that is suitable for you, I can also guide and direct you for it. I am a member of 5 clubs, and we have 76 clubs, and I can help and support you through WhatsApp, through direct calls, whatever means, social medias. Don't hesitate to call TM Muhammad Neama or call myself Abdul Nabi Alwardi, okay, DTM Abdul Nabi Alwardi, through Muhammad Neama, and we will help you and support you all the way down. The only thing, don't hesitate and don't be shy, because once you go finish your university, this shying, you have to remove it from your face. If you wanted to learn more, you have to be open towards something that will change and enhance your life.
Thank you. It was really wise words from our guru, Distinguished Toastmaster Abdul Nabi Alwardi. It was really a privilege to have you here in my studio. It was indeed a great time. I wish we could never end this, but this is the final remarks. I just want to say something that you guys, if you doesn't believe in Toastmaster yet, maybe there are some people that maybe they still don't believe in Toastmasters. So what I advise you guys to do is to join as a guest. Now it's a virtual, since it's COVID, and due to social distancing and stuff like that. So all the meetings are run through Zoom. You can participate as a guest. You can see in your eyes, you maybe have difficulty to grasp it, how we deal with it. So it's very, very easy. It's not complicated at all. You can participate as a guest. And you go to a club. If you don't like it, just go to another club. Don't judge on it. Don't judge on the members. Try to find the clubs that within the character that you might like, because there's more than one club, and each club has different members, and some members are active, some members are not active. So do not judge anything. Just go as a guest. And if you don't believe in what we said, then it's your bad luck.
No, we don't want to broadcast negative things, because we are Toastmasters. Is all about positivity.
Of course, yeah.
And I wish them is exactly when you go somewhere, if you don't know, always ask.
Of course.
If I go to another country, like the European, American, what they do, they have a map, and to locate. You have to locate. You have to road map. And that is why we have roadmap. If you want to go to Manama, you have to find out which road you have to take, which is the easiest, which is the safest, which is the nearest, and which is the best for you. So unless otherwise you ask, if you don't know, then you will reach your destination.
Absolutely.
Our objective is to take you to your destinations and safe destinations. So we are here also to serve. Okay, TM Muhammad Neama is offering himself, and myself also. We can guide and direct you to the right club. You can be as a guest, our guest, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, even 10 times, and different clubs. After you were satisfied and you were happy, then you can join the club for the fees of $45 per 6 months. Imagine, per 6 months. If they are really keen to accept the change, and they want to learn and improve themselves, they are welcome.
Thank you guys for watching. This is your host Mo Neama. I just want to say the final remarks from my side. I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and also dislike. I really like the 5 people who dislike the people who dislike my content, and please do share to me your comment, your thoughts, and I'll try to come up with a new guest every time. So stay tuned. Know the studio is ready. Everything is set up. I can't thank you enough, our guru, for having you here. It was a really wonderful and fruitful and joyful speech, and to spread the awareness. This message is to spread the awarenesses of Toastmasters, and if you need guys anything, just let me know or write it in the comment, and I'll try to reach out to you. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.